Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with a Boxycharm. So I'm going to go over everything that I got last month first, give you guys a little bit of a review, and then I'm going to get into what I received this month. Now, there was one product I decided not to hang on to. It was the Ace Beauté lip liners because one of them was in a color I would just never use. I'm not a brown nude type of person, so I've heard they're really good though, and if they come out with another set and two colors that I would use, I would probably honestly buy them. Is it Ace Beauté or Ace Beauty, by the way? I have no idea. Anyways, up next is the Luxie brush set. Now, it came with a little bag, but I have put it away just because it was cluttering up my desk. Although I do appreciate the idea of sending like a bag with the brushes. They are dirty because I have used them. And they are really nice. Somebody actually asked me what was probably my least favorite, and I would probably say the spoolie. Not because it's a bad spoolie, just because, like, every, like, major brush set that I've gotten from boxes, like, can't even remember the last time I bought a brush set for myself. They always come with spoolies, and that's, like, a very utilitarian thing that you can use, technically, over and over again without needing to necessarily wash it, or at least I think so. Like, especially if you're using it just to like comb through your brows before you put any product in, and then you use the spoolie from, like, say your pencil on it afterwards. You don't need a bunch of these. Like you can rationalize saying having a bunch of different eye brushes and stuff like that. It's not bad in any way, but you know, I don't need that many multiples of them, I guess. Next is the concealer. I am wearing it today. I've worn it a couple of days. I do really like it. I like that it has, like, I think it's 30 shades, and this is a really good shade for me. It is 03 Fair. Did I say this was Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer? Probably not. I probably forgot to say what the name of it is. It's a good concealer. I don't know if I necessarily want to pay the full price for it because I really like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And I think that one might even come with a tiny bit more product. Nope, I take that back. This has like 7 grams of product in it, and that one has like 5. So you do get a lot of product. Let me see what it says. 7.35 mils, or a quarter of an ounce of product. That is a lot of product for a concealer. Like, it's not Too Faced 1 whole ounce of concealer, but that's a lot for a concealer. So you're getting a lot of concealer, and it's a really good concealer. So that's your decision right there if you want to buy it or not. It is a very good concealer. If you are really dry skinned, you might not like it as much because it stays on me, and I'm very oily skinned. So if you're really dry skinned, it might be a little too drying for you. And I've used it all over my face too, so good on both counts. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'll go over the palette next. This was the Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed eyeshadow palette. It is a cool toned palette. Doesn't come with a mirror, but I'm not too concerned with that. I have both a mirror at my desk and a travel mirror for the rare occasions that I do travel. I'm wearing it today. If you'd like to me get a little closer for the look. I'm wearing Fresh Face all over my lid, messy hair in my crease, and Cuddle Cakes in the outer V and lower lash line. And I have a little bit of French doors in my inner corner, but I went over that with something else too to make it pop a little brighter. The only shade I have any complaints about, and it's fairly mundane, is French Door, honestly, is that it's so light that it doesn't work too great on my skin tone as an all over lid shade. Like, it's kind of hard to get to actually show up. So if you're really light skinned, that might be more of an inner corner sort of eyeshadow versus all over the lid. I do like the darker shades all over my lid though. So overall, it's a good eyeshadow formula. I do really like it. And I like this color scheme. It's a little bit different from a lot of stuff out there. Like, it's still a neutrally palette. I have a ton of those, and I'm not a super neutral kind of girl, but The cooler tones is at least a little bit different that you don't see. Like, we see tons of warm toned nude palettes. You don't see as many cool toned ones. And finally, the product I made a little bit of fun of last time. Nothing really bad, just kind of making a joke about it. The Symbiosis London Tightening and Resplendent Eye Mask. This is an eye cream. I initially was just using it at night, and then when I ran out of my daytime eye cream, I just started using it in the day too. It's a good eye cream. It's not a super thick one, so it actually works fine under makeup, which I was a little worried about since it's advertising as like an overnight mask type of deal. It's an eye cream. You don't need to call it what it's not. It's rather liquidy to be called an eye mask. Like, I'm not saying that it's, you know, hella drippy or anything. It's just, you know, can you see that? It is slowly going downward. It is affected by gravity. So it's not like super thick and anything like that. So it's a good eye cream. I think they might be trying to advertise it as something it's not necessarily as. It is really moisturizing. And it's nice to get a lot of moisture without it being heavy. I do appreciate that. Once again, oily skin. On my face, at least, like even my under eyes are really oily. So, old, out with the old, in with the new. I did get the main thing that I really wanted this month, and well, I guess I'll go over my choice item first. Last month it was the concealer. This month I chose the mascara. I didn't love the choices this month. Well, nothing was super exciting, let me say. This is the Milk Makeup Kush Waterproof Mascara. I could beat somebody to death with this thing. Like, it is metal and it is heavy. I do like the blue color. I've been holding off on opening it until I did this video. Let's get a look at that brush. There you go. And let me grab the card so that I can read you some, if there's anything like super duper. A waterproof, intense black mascara with thickening heart-shaped fibers and conditioning hemp-derived cannabis seed oil. Like, I know that Milk Makeup really does the cannabis thing. No, that's not fibers, that's the hair on my hand. I don't know what they're talking about heart-shaped fibers. I don't know. But in case you were curious to see what it looked like when you rub mascara all over your hand, you get black marks on your hand. Next is, I'm actually really happy with this because I was willing to swap for it if I didn't get it. It's the Natasha Denona palette. It is the Peak palette. I believe it was made for Boxycharm. This 5-pan palette including Natasha's essential everyday warm-toned eye pigments that she mixes and matches from her favorite palettes. All reorganized and wrapped into one, composed of both the creamy matte and metallic formulas from the cult classic Biba, Safari, and Sunrise eyeshadow palettes. You'll be reaching for this all season long. It is a Boxycharm exclusive, so that she pulled from other palettes. Now, let me compare to the $25 palette that I have, and that's what I thought this was at first, but these are, I think, full-size shades. But here's my little mini Lila palette with, you know, the tiny eyeshadows and a great formula, so. And here is, you know, the one that I got from Boxycharm. Like, the price on this says $48, so I was a little surprised, because initially, when I saw pictures of this, I thought it was another mini palette. And then I saw it in person, I'm like, holy crap, those are huge. But let's get the swatching. So this is Ada. Is it Ada or Ada? Aya. It's a creamy matte. Barely shows up on my skin, but I definitely use those. Next one is Jasper. Next we have Thorn. They're very pigmented. Next is Amara. Is it Amara or Amhara? Like, I don't know exactly where to place the emphasis on that one. But that is it down there. And the final one, the only shimmer in here, is Shine. Appropriate name for a shimmer. And that is where the real punch is packed. So, very happy that I got that. Let me clean up my fingers. I'm gonna need a new wipe, because mine is dry. Next is the Lense Pumpkin Turmeric 2-in-1 Radiance Polishing Mask. Now, I've had an issue with pumpkin in the past, but I took the seal off this before I realized that. So I'm going to do like a patch test on this. And hopefully it doesn't cause any issues and I can use it fine. But I'm putting that out there. I might not be able to give you guys a full review on this, but I goofed. It wasn't thinking about it and took off the seal before I read what it really was. A 2-in-1 mask fused with 8 orange skin-loving ingredients to help nourish and polish your face for a hydrated, smooth, supple, and radiant complexion. This lightweight and exfoliating formula resurfaces skin in only 5 to 10 minutes. Let's see. Now I took it out the box because on the box it said like all 8 super orange things or whatever they're talking about. But yeah, hopefully this works for me and I didn't make a mistake. Next is the Peach and Lily Power Calm Hydrating Gel Cleanser. Cleansing properly can be the difference between healthy skin and problem-prone skin. This gentle, sulfate-free cleanser contains no harmful ingredients and keeps your skin barrier intact, so you can start your routine right with skin that feels deeply cleansed, refreshed, and hydrated. This cleanser's always been one of those things that I said, it ends up mostly going down the drain unless it's something, medicated or something like that. You probably don't need to be spending $28 on a cleanser. Now that's come back to bite me because I really like the Pharmacy Bee Honey cleanser that they have. And that's like $32 for a full size. But, at the end of the day, purchase what you want as long as you got the money for it and you're not going into debt for it or anything like that. So it has camellia and chamomile in it. We'll see how it goes. Who knows, it might be another cleanser that I fall in love with. And finally, we have the Jecca Blanc Liquid Corrector 2.0. Meet the perfect under-eye brightener, which disguises darkness and evens out skin tone. This lightweight formula creates a natural glowing finish. So I thought that this was going to be like hella pink. It's not quite that pink. It does have this like little applicator that makes it look like, you can actually like apply it directly. I wouldn't, but you can. And that's way too much more than I would actually use for both of my eyes, but there's definitely like a peachiness to the pink tone. So it's a little dark. I will have to go a little bit light-handed with it, but I'm sure that I can make it work. I'm happy with everything I got in the box. The only thing I'm a little wary about is this because, like I said, I've had problems with pumpkin in the past. But I do like turmeric, so that's one that I'm just going to do a patch test first with before I actually like slap it all over my face. I'll probably do a patch test like on the inside of my arm or something. But that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!